Hello everyone, back to tuning into today's final video. We're going to have a look at the weather for 10 to 14 days for today's final video. Day 10 will take us to the 12th of September, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the extended GFS and ECM ensembles, because later on a couple of weeks we'll have a look at the surface V2 for October at the end of the video. Wow, gosh, goodness gracious me. Those opening salvos for October coming up at the end of the video from the CFS, and more about that later on. So, been a busy day at GavsWeatherVids today. We started with 6-7 uploads in January Friday as well. Please check out those two videos if you'd like to about like, share, subscribe on the vids. I mean, thank you so very much for doing that. I'll tell you what's coming up over the weekend at the end of this year. It is going to be an epic weekend of content. But before I do anything else, I've got to give a shout out to my good friend Glenn. Pevy. Here we go. Glenn yesterday gave a super thanks to me and to GavsWeatherVids in celebration, I think, of Glenn appearing on the UK Met storm name list. So we didn't get to Storm Gavin, we didn't get to G in my year. I hope you have better luck, Glenn, this year, and you know, we do get to G for this storm season, and there is indeed a storm, Glenn. But thank you so much to Glenn Pevy for the super thanks for the donation. That's incredible. If you'd like to give a super thanks to GavsWeatherVids, all you need to do is click the thanks button, which is underneath all of videos at YouTube, and it will highlight your comment. We'll pin your comment, and you get a shout out in the video as well. So thank you so much for your super thanks, for your super chats on live streams, you know, channel membership, PayPal donations. The support is always incredible. I'm always absolutely blown away, you know, absolutely blown away by the support that you give to me and to GavsWeatherVids all of the time. So thank you so much. I know these are difficult times, you know, for everyone, and I appreciate so much the support that you all give to me. So big thank you to each and every one of you, and special thanks to Glenn for the super thanks, and good luck, Glenn. I'll keep my fingers crossed that we get to G on the storm list this year. Right, okay, let's crack on video. Then we'll start off in the tropical Atlantic. So we now have Tropical Storm Danielle. More about that in a moment, but let's deal with the two X's first. We've also got a yellow X just here. We've got an orange X just there. The yellow X is disturbance 2, and just has a 10% chance of cyclone formation in the next 2 and 5 days. I don't think you need to worry too much about that one. We've also got disturbance 1 with a 50% chance of cyclone formation in the next 2 days, a 70% chance in the next 5 days. So east of the Leeward Islands, shower and thunderstorm activity has slightly increased since yesterday, in association with an area of low pressure located several hundred miles east of the Leeward Islands. However, overnight satellite derived wind data indicate the circulation remains broad. Although environmental conditions are only marginally conducive, any additional development of the system over the next few days would lead to the formation of a tropical depression. The disturbance is expected to move slowly west-northwestward towards the adjacent waters of the northern Leeward Islands. Regardless of development, heavy rains may occur over portions of the Leeward Islands during the next couple of days, and interest in that area should monitor the progress of the system. An Air Force reconnaissance... No, let's do that again. An Air Force, this always catches me out, an Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft, wow, is scheduled to investigate the system this afternoon. We're going to put a plane up our look if necessary. Additional information on the system can be found in high seas forecast issued by the National Weather Service. I reckon that was going to pop. I reckon that was going to go to a tropical storm, probably a hurricane. And then we do have a tropical storm. We've got tropical storm Danielle, much further northwards. This one giving maximum sustained winds at the moment of 70 miles per hour, so it's a high-end tropical storm with a minimum central pressure of 995 millibars. Clicking on Daniela and going, is it Daniela or Danielle? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is it Danielle or Daniela? Anyway, it's going to become a hurricane anytime. It's only 5 miles an hour off off being a Category 1, actually. And so any time now, this is going to become a Category 1 hurricane, and it's going to stay as a Category 1 hurricane, meandering around here up to the middle of next week, where it is still maintaining hurricane status. Let's have a look at the wind gusts with this, see how strong it's going to get. So this is going to reach Category 2. It's going to be a Category 2 hurricane, if this is right, in like a couple of days' time, reaching maximum sustained winds of 100 miles per hour. That does get it to Category 2 status. So not only Category 1, you're going to go Category 1 anytime. This is going to reach Category 2 hurricane status over the weekend. Looks like it's more or less going to stay out at sea, so it's not going to impact any areas directly, although it's not that far from the Azores, actually. So I think, like, these are the Azores Islands just here. So it's a long way at the moment from the Azores, but it is sort of going in that direction. So maybe Danielle will menace the Azores in the end. I'm sure they'll be keeping a close eye on it. No, lots going on in Tropical Atlantic at the moment, and we shall see what happens. Coming back to home means the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks on Crewe today, Crewe and Nantwich. So the red line is a 30-year upper air temperature average for Crewe. We're starting off above average at the moment. I'll say generally above average, I think, for the first week of September. We might see the upper air temperature coming down closer to average into the middle part of or in the second week of the month, I suppose. But they're relatively warm again, actually, as you go into the middle part of September. The ensemble mean, which is a white line, is a bit above average. But I think more impactfully than temperature is precipitation, so lots of rainfall spikes to come through the first week of September. The unsettled conditions that we've been talking about in videos over the past week or two are going to continue or are going to develop over the next few days. Even to be extended, actually, quite a lot of precipitation spikes. So you will notice that very dramatic precipitation spike just there going off the scale. Obviously, that's an outlier and almost certainly won't verify, but there is a chance of some really quite heavy rain over the next week or two. Heavy showers, thunderstorms, long spells of rain mixing as well. Temperature anomalies from the 2nd to 10th of September are holding up above average. Precipitation anomalies from the 2nd to 10th of September. So near normal to wetter than average in most areas. Still a bit drier than average across northern Scotland and the far east of England. Day by day, we gradually trend a little bit wetter. Looks particularly wet though for more western areas, actually, of that low pressure. It's going to be centred just to our southwest. This is Daniela on the wind flow map from latest wind flow map from northschool.net. At the moment, we're sort of turning wind from an easterly to a southeasterly, so hopefully become warmer, but it's turning more unsettled. But I'm going to pull you over to here. So that is tropical storm, soon to be Hurricane Danielle. Just there, nice defined eye. Let's zoom in and have a look, shall we? So there we go. I mean, this isn't yet a hurricane, it's just a tropical storm. But already looks pretty powerful, that, doesn't it? Pretty powerful storm system. And he's going to get even stronger. He's going to reach Category 2 hurricane status. So, there's the islands of the Azores, just there. So, it is sort of in that area. It might head in that direction. I have to wait and see. I'm sure we'll be keeping a close eye on Danielle, as will we all. Right then, so, I'm so sorry everybody, I just lost my train of thought. Right, back to business. Right, so everyone, this is how the latest you can make your run is looking for midnight on Monday. Low pressure to the west of there's Danielle, by the way, just there. Low pressure to the west of the UK and Ireland on Monday will bring showers on spells of rain. Into next week, it's going to be very unsettled. There's Danielle powering up a bit, actually, towards Category 2 hurricane, I think, by the middle of next week. Meanwhile, we stay with this area of low pressure just to the west of Ireland, bringing further showers, if not longer spells of rain. And that's how we look as we get to the 9th of September, this time next week. So, by then, we're still under the top of low pressure, still showering and turning cool as well, actually, as the low drift seas will start to pull in a northerly wind. We have got the remains, I think by this point it's the remains of Danielle lurking to our southwest. This is how Icon is looking again for midnight on Monday. Low pressure to the west of Ireland. There is Danielle. Just there. What happens through next week? Well, the low pressure stays more or less over the top of the island, bringing further heavy showers, longer spells of rain. At the same time, Danielle moves to the north of the Azores, just there. And then sort of head towards Biscay and deepens. And by the time we get through to the end of Icon, which gets us to midday on Friday next week, the remains of Danielle as a very significant area of low pressure are in the Bay of Biscay and looking like they're going to have a go moving our direction. So could that eventually give us a spell of properly wet and windy weather? I wonder whether we could get a spell of really wet, windy weather, especially focused on the south from the remains of Danielle. GFS midnight run, again, with low pressure just to the west of Ireland on Monday, giving heavy showers, long spells, rain, and that low lasting throughout the week, with bouts of showery rain, pushing northwards around that area of low pressure. Into the second half of next week, we have two hurricanes in the North Atlantic to contend with, well, the remains of, anyway. That low just there is the remains of Danielle, and then we've got this one, just here, which I think is the disturbance area near the Leeward Islands currently. That also moving into the North Atlantic. What does the GFS do with those? Well, sort of takes them to our south, so it takes wet weather in across France in those areas of low pressure. Meanwhile, we stay showery and sun cooler actually as winds go into the north and into the northeast when low pressure comes in right at the end of the GFS midnight run, which gets us to the 18th of September. The GFS 6Z, again looking like that, showery and unsettled on Monday, with low pressure just west of Ireland. And then through the course of next week, just stays unsettled with that trough of low pressure. Remains of Danielle are just there. By this time next week, the next hurricane also moving into North Atlantic just there. So what happens with the 6 there? Well, the upshot of those two storms, as areas of low pressure in the North Atlantic, is actually build a ridge over the UK and Northern Europe, so it turns drier and warmer for a few days, actually around days 8, 9 and 10, but doesn't last long at all, and then low pressure is back in just after day 10 by the 13th of September, and then we just go unsettled, cool and showery really, and unsettled right way up to the end of the GFS 6Z run, which gets us to the 18th of September. If you enjoyed the video, please can you like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much everybody for doing that. Drop a comment, let us know what about this and all of our videos. We are grinding to 14,400 subscribers, so thank you so very much for giving us a sub. GEM, again with low pressure just to our west and southwest on Monday, filling up the showery southerly winds. They'll be quite warm, but there will be showers to come with those. And we say cool and shower, or we say showery through most of next week with a trough low pressure over the country. Eventually becomes cooler as well as you take that low pressure off to the east and pull in something a bit cooler from the north and from the northeast. Eventually by day 10, we finish up looking like that with high pressure to the north of Scotland, bringing in this rather showery and pretty cool northeasterly wind once again. So the GM keeping it cool and showery right the way up to day 10. And then finally the ECM WF looks like that. Southerly winds bring warm but also showery conditions through the early part of next week, and just generally staying quite unsettled through next week with low pressure never too far away. Danielle remains a Danielle. This area of low pressure gets pushed off up towards Greenland. So the way the models are handling this storm, varying from model run to model run, and that explains the uncertainty, of course, in the day 5 to 10 period. ECM takes out low pressure to Greenland, sends a trough eastwards and pulls in this sort of showering northerly winds, and then we try to build up a ridge of high pressure from the Azores by day 10, trying to turn it a little bit drier and warmer. This is a precipitation forecast based on that ECM run from Tometeo.com. Plenty of showers and longer spells of rain to come over the next few days. So, yeah, going to be plenty of wet weather coming and going. Maybe thunder mixed in with some of that rain at times. Possibly a bit of a dry trend for days 9 and 10. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensemble today for day 10, which gets us to the 12th of no, we're looking at August there. No, let's do that again. So I'm going to flip this over. There we go. Nearly slipped up, didn't I? I just noticed it at the last minute. Right, these are what's on the table within the ECM ensemble today for day 10. Gets us to the 12th of September. From the Icelandic Met Office, 16 members of the ECM ensembles with high pressure just to our northeast, so drier but pulling in probably quite a coolish sort of northeasterly flow. 15 with high pressure over the country, low pressures to the west. We're bringing up quite a warm southerly with that. 14 with high pressure to the north of Scotland, mainly dry, but again probably quite chilly, bringing in a northeasterly, and then 6 with high pressure around Greenland and low pressure in off the Atlantic. That's going to be a more showery and rather more unsettled scenario for day 10. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. Goes to the 17th of September. 14 members of the ECM ensembles with high pressure just over to the eastern country. Very dry, quite warm with that, bringing wind up from a southerly southeasterly. 10 with low pressure just to the east. That's going to be cool and showery. 8 with low pressure just to the west. That's going to be showery and probably quite warm. Whereas the wind comes up from the south. Then we've got 8 just here with Scandinavian high. Winds in from the east with that, dry and quite warm. Another 8 down here with a high pressure originating in from the Azores. That's going to be turning dry and quite warm. And then 3 with high pressure from Scandinavia to Greenland. Low pressure is over top of the country. That can be very wet, especially so for the south. So all sorts of options on the table 2 weeks out. Again, just highlighting the uncertainty that you always get this time of year with tropical developments and whatnot. So anything is possible. Northerly, southerlies, high pressure or low pressure, summer or autumn, it's all on the table, it's all up for grabs, so we'll just have to wait and see. Finally, CMSB2 for October. This is a 700 millibar high coming today for October. These do change every day. So today the GFS is forecasting high pressure in the Atlantic, low pressure to the north of Scotland. Looks like we're sort of zonal, bring wind in from the west, so pretty flat, pretty zonal with that. The temperature is a little bit above average, not excessively so, and the precipitation only, if anything, hints at being a bit on the wetter side, especially to the north and west. So I suspect there will be several twists and turns before we get to October, as always, though, with the CFS. Okay, we're done. So if you've enjoyed the video, then please do like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for that. Don't forget to tell your friends and family to subscribe as well. And why not drop a comment? Let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. Thank you so much, everyone. Just to tell you what's coming up over the weekend then, so tomorrow at start off 6 AM upload, we'll have the EC 42-day forecast. Have a bit of a laugh with that. Weekend forecast and a 10 to 14 day. Might even be a bit of a CT Saturday. Who knows? Wait and see. By the way, I haven't got a CT in for August yet. If you're wondering where it is, what's happened, there seems to be a bit of a delay with them getting that updated at UK Met. Hopefully we'll have it this afternoon. I'll be able to bring you the information on that tomorrow. But yeah, a little bit slow getting that updated, so that's why CT wasn't included in this video. And then on Sunday, 6 AM upload, probably a 10 to 14 day, and then at 8 PM we will premiere the first winter 2021-2022 update. No, we'll premiere the first winter 2022-2023 update. I've got to get my brain into 22-23 rather than 21-22. So yeah, we'll premiere the first winter 2022-2023 update at 8 PM on Sunday. Get your glad rags ready, and I'll see you on the red carpet. But for today's video, so that's coming up over the weekend. It could be epic for today's video, so that's all for now. And thank you so much for watching. See you soon.